memory of the deep past has come back. So the windows have opened and that past now Savitri is seeing. What does she see that? And Savitri become aware. Savitri become alert to the existential matters of mortality. The windows have opened and Savitri becoming alert now about mortality itself. The problems and issues that haunt mortality. Focused also to her mission. Savitri is also getting now alert to her mission. What she has to do, she is becoming alert to that. The ache in her has become instrumental to arouse the sense of commitment. She has to do some work. So that ache is in a way serving some purpose. That she has come here, she has a commitment to fulfill and she must awake to it. There is her body's voiceless call, voiceless call. Silently the body is telling her, look, what are you doing for me? I am there suffering right from the beginning of the creation here. What are you doing for me? The body is asking that thing. She hears it distinctly. Savitri is experiencing, is not psychological. Savitri is experiencing that. It is not psychological. It is not mental. It is not vital. It is the very physical which is feeling and experiencing that. It is the physical which is asking that question to Savitri. The context is also the cosmic load. At once, a strong farming spirit takes a flight backward in time. The moment that body's ache has come, that's the call of, she wants to go back, she wants to see, trace the cause, the origin of that thing, and she goes back in time. Body takes a flight backward in time, back to the yoke of ignorance and fate, back to the labor and stress of mortal days. The seeds of sleep recede. She was asleep all along, but those seeds are now receding, withdrawing, going away. Means she is becoming more and more aware of all these things. And the pathway is cut to strange, similar dreams. She is seeing now the possibilities. It is the body's voiceless call which has quickened the spirit of Savitri. Body's voiceless call which has quickened the spirit of Savitri. Otherwise she was lying in that original somnolence. So that is what has happened. The memory doors have opened and this is what happened. You see, body that had all along remained unattended ever since the beginning. It is in the body and it is for the body things had to happen. It is not for mind, it is not mind's problems and trouble, it is not various emotions and passions and that kind of a thing, but the body's ache, that is the problem. And if something has to happen, it must happen for the body. Body opening to the possibilities of manifestation, that is the whole thing. Body opening to the possibilities of manifestation, to the wonders of manifestation in deep cells of the living body are crying, these deep cells. Yes, they are crying. What are you doing for me? Crying silently. They are waiting patiently for the glory of the Spirit that must be theirs. Obviously, why cannot be mine? The cells are asking to the voiceless call of the body. Savitri's answer is, Savitri answering to the body's call. What is the answer? Thou wast not born for death. You are not born for death, body. Thou wast not born for death. Now this is a line from, well, I am quoting actually Keats's poem, Nightingale. O bird, you are not born, O immortal bird, you are not born for death. Nightingale was not born for death, you see. Thou wast not born for death. Not at all. Thou wast not born for death. Thou wast born for the habitation of the beautiful and the true and the vast and the lordly. You are born for that, you are created for that. Ishavasyam, that is the Upanishad. Ishavasyam, this is the house of the Lord Himself. This body, this physical, it is here in this house of the physical. The divine has to come. You are born, you are made for that purpose, that God comes here and dwells in you. You are born. Savitri is telling to the body, thou wast born for the habitation of the beautiful and the true and the vast and the lordly, majestic. imperial Ishavasyam. With it, Savitri perceives her house of nature, throwing its windows open, wide open, to rich, delightful prospects that had from the start remained unknown, unexplored, untapped, prospects to the creative spirit's expression of the idea of force and idea of truth in living material world. The prospects of the spirit in the material world. It is for that you are born. Swiftly, Savitri is awakening to that kind of a reality. In other words, the body transformation is the mission of Savitri, essentially, you see. And that can be solved if the evil which is there at the root of life is knocked off. It comes down to that. Swiftly, the darkened rooms of life are getting illumined. So suddenly she knows now what to do, what is her work, how to proceed. Darkened rooms are getting illumined. The hidden past is going to make sense, a far-reaching sense, reveal the significance. Memory is coming back. The memory, how things began at the beginning, at the big moment of time, the locked secrecies of the past, the deepest past, of that deep moment, those has started suddenly coming into perspective. Those secrets which are locked there, they started opening out. She's seeing their meaning, the significance, and started coming into reckoning. Yes, I have to attend to them. That is what Savitri is saying, that with that memory awakening. When mind and senses and life's instincts were listless, it was only the body's call that had forced the shut windows of memory to open. Body's call had opened the windows, you see. The body played its crucial role, its decisive part, and the windows opened, and the prospects came into view, and Savitri saw earth and love and doom struggling there. In the context of body's call, she sees these three disputants, the ancient disputant, the goddess who had their birth in the dim inconscient. All the three are born in the inconscient, the dim inconscient. Earth and love and doom. Earth was created as a center for certain activity in the inconscient. Love had plunged in the inconscient. Doom was born from inconscient. Therefore, they are inconscient born. See, all the three, dim, inconscient. Here were they wrestling in the night. These three, wrestling in the day after day in the night. The entire issue is now getting into clear, well-defined focus. The body's call has awakened Savitri. So that is the power of body. See, it is not the vital or the mental that cannot really summon you for this kind of a work, you see. So it is in the context of the body's call that Satyavan death is becoming inevitable, necessary, you see. When appeared the utter void, the divine had absented himself, disappeared from himself, appeared the primordial void. It is at that moment that the divine love plunged into it. That love assumed the name of Satyavan. So in that sense, divine love has plunged into the void. He is in that sense what the mother calls the avatar, permanent avatar in the inconscient. The carrier of truth, one who is truth. It is he who has to be relieved. The thick coverings laid over him by the void, and the earth and the psychic being and an alchemic agent was created as a specific center of activity, a unique center of concentrate, the effort of evolution and higher manifestation. Opposing it stands the negative power of inconscience, that opposing all these things. It is the voiceless call of the body that is going to make Savitri rise to this tremendous occasion. You see, that is the significance. In fact, I will say the entire crux of epic Savitri lies in this particular phrase, the body's voiceless call. What is Savitri trying to convey to us is to find an answer for the body's voiceless call. The entire thrust is on the physical transformation. It is the voiceless call of the body, etc. It is to the summons of the body's ache that Savitri answers. In the person of Savitri, the physical nature has become responsive. The physical nature has become responsive. She perceives the doors opening out, doors for the greatness, the triple greatness to step in. The doors are opening out for what? For the greatness. Greatness, triple greatness. Sachidananda, Satchit Ananda. These are three greatnesses, so to say, in one. That great, for the greatness, the triple greatness to step in, Sachidananda. Time for that has come in the body's call. Time for that has come. Her house of nature feels an unseen sway. Yes, she feels, even her physical is now seeing that life's darkened rooms are getting lighted. In that light, Savitri is seeing the centrality of earth and love and doom. All the ancient struggle that has got to be settled at the destined place and at the destined hour, they are standing like giant wrestlers. They are standing like wrestlers, earth and love and doom, because they are born from inconscience. You see, wrestlers. Things have advanced to the point for the greatness to enter in. Greatness, Satchidananda, to enter in. These wrestlers, bound of the inconscience, in the context of the absolute last nothingness, first nothingness and last nothingness, the void, the involution, total illusion. The seedable void must wait for the seed to spring up. The seed is the divine love has plunged, therefore it is seedable. Seedable void must meet the seed to spring up, to come up, flower up. The struggle is going to be a do or die battle. It has to be fought out. Either you win or you perish and disappear. You see, do or die battle. The old and disputants are poised to fight unprecedented question. What is the question they are facing? Or what is the fight for? The question is, the problem question is put to life. The point is, the original void must be emptied out of this question. That question is present in the void. Emptied out this question. The question put by death to life. Who are you? This is answer, asking that question to life. Who are you? What are you here for? Get out from here. You have no business to be present here. That is the question. Void must be emptied out of this question. The question put by death to life. That is the question we take out. Now, because he is there, he is the being, this love, because he is there in the inconscient, because love is there in the inconscient, his death is certain. He has taken that position. His death is certain. He must die to be free of the inconscience. To be free of the inconscience. That is the significant death of the being. That is the death. That is the significance of the death of Satyavan being. The second death. That is the second death. Satyavan's second. What was his first death? By the first death, he occasioned in the void the desirable inconscience. The divine plunged, descended into illusion, became void. So it is the divine love who has become the void. That is his first death. He has become the opposite. He has emptied himself out. That is his first death. Now, out of that void, he has to come and die. That is his second death. Have you followed this thing? He must die to be free of the inconscious. That is the significant death of the being. His second death. By the first death, he occasioned in the void the desirable inconscience. He plunged, and therefore that is, he sacrificed himself. He completely got lost himself totally. That is his first death. By the second and the last death, he will give rise out of inconscience, out of this void, an amazing creation of the spirit. Savitri's concern is with that second death of love. Savitri's concern with the second death of love. See. Crossing the prolonged, listless eons, Savitri has moved swiftly, rapidly through the several stages. What are this through the entire history of Savitri, the biography of Savitri? What is the biography of Savitri? Several stages of strange happenings and incidents. She has the key of oneness of all the souls with her. Oneness, she sees. The universal mother's love is her love. Oneness. She has the key of oneness of all the souls. She has with her the love of the universal mother. She is sharing in the mortal world the immortal's unshared world. She has emerged out of the original somnolence. She is seeing the age-old inconscient-born disputants facing each other, those giant figures wrestling in the night. And now Savitri hears the voiceless call of the body. So this is the entire biographical background of Savitri till she hears the body's voiceless call. You see.